I look at the docs.
No, this is a formal. Nobody's in trouble. Don't wish the man to
No,
perceive
but
any threat.
it's good to hear.
No, you grace the silver locks upstairs.
Thank you, Henry.
I'll turn the nameplates off in a second, maybe, because it'll probably be quite crowded in the room. What? Go for it.
Slow one there, aren't you?
Lord Commander, I do apologize for the delay. We're just finishing up the small council meeting with matters of state.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a problem, Your Majesty, it's
Yeah,
fine.
close the door, yeah.
Heard you wanted to speak with me, though. I've actually got a couple of things that have just come up which I need to speak with you in absolute privacy about.
You want to go and sit?
What's this?
Very well. We'll discuss the reason why I summoned you here, and then we'll go into more private situations.
Perfect.
I guess we're all going inside. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'll leave this door open. Where the fuck did Brian go? And Baron? Oh, he's there.
Members that are going to join us here today are the members of the small council.
I'll just creep in the back. Dun, 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 dun. I'll just chill over here.
There's Luther.
Hello, Commander.
1 second.
The reason why I requested your presence here was to address a matter with the situation between yourself and the Iron Islands.
Alrighty.
If you would like to explain the situation to myself, so I have a few things that I've heard, but I'd like your opinion on the matter.
Absolutely. In fact, it's good that you bring that up because some of the reports, Winterfell just had a wilding incident. They ended up taking down one of them out of 4. I right now have a patrol around Winterfell taking them down. And right as that was happening, one of my men ran over to me. We keep men listening on the walls, you see. And he heard wildings speaking about heading to the Iron Islands, wondering who was going to be the one to go meet there. That is literally what I heard no more than 20 minutes ago. I have some fairly secretive installations in areas where I think the wildings are getting help, and my men have identified Iron Islands galleons with wildings boarding those ships. So as much of a report or what might be hearsay, I do have eyes and ears on the ground bringing this information. Apart from that, I have had at least 20 citizens showing up at Castle Black with reports of being threatened by the Iron Islands, that should they bring any harm to wildings, they will have harm brought upon them by the Iron Islands. And I don't think it's really a big conspiracy theory if unconnected people are all reporting the same issue, being bullied by the Iron Islands. I also got attacked by the Iron Islands, which I would believe would be ridiculous considering my job is to keep wildings on one side of the wall and everyone else on the other. While anyone from the south would want to attack Castle Black is beyond me, and is only a distraction from our work and a bleeding of our resources. So that's the situation up there at Castle Black, and the reports that not only civilians but my men have eyewitnessed and heard from the mouths of wildings themselves. There's also some sensitive information which will be for your ears only, that is kind of a linchpin, depending on some information I get from you. Be pretty upsetting to the realm, I do believe.
Very well. Brian, can you escort the lady out of the room, please?
Of course.
Fine, I can escort myself.
I
think you met me, Naya.
Okay.
Trust me, they probably met me also.
No, no.
Both from the Iron Islands.
I told you straight, Lord Commander.
Yeah.
Calm down, please.
Not sure if I should leave
The
or not.
information you brought me
Don't.
is very troublesome. And if these allegations are true, I have to handle that with Lord Grey. Me and him do go back and do have a history together, and we do sit down and speak of things diplomatically.
They don't have proof, though.
The threat of the wildlings is very paramount to this realm, and I'm very aware that you were aware of that. But the concentration of the Iron Islands is something that I must handle myself, because it must be done diplomatically. If a fight is to break out between the Night's Watch and the Iron Islands, or if a disagreement between me and Lord Scray, we cannot defeat them in battle. We cannot bring a fight to their shores. We will get destroyed. We do not have the ships to fight their ships. And if they wish to do so and bring an attack on a castle that has a water access, they will destroy a lot of things before I am even able to mount any type of defense. The discussion that I had with Lord Scray was at a very long length, and me and him came out of a very good conclusion, the reason why we need each other. And he also did speak on the matters of protecting the realm and his ability to do so from the sea. I will handle this personally, and if anybody is found in the aid of helping a wildling, regardless if they reside on the Iron Islands or not, or if they reside in this kingdom, then yes, do proceed with your duties in apprehending them and or killing the wildlings that are with them. But as for the situation with the Iron Islands, I have to do it diplomatically, so a war and a fight does not break out, because that is one that we cannot win at this time. And when the reports of the wildlings constantly harassing people south of the wall, constantly scaling, and I've heard of reports of the skirmishes at Castle Black, the attention must remain there. And between myself, Prince Charlie, and Brian, you have my word that I will fully devote my time and effort until this issue is resolved and an agreement is set upon, so you may better focus your efforts and the efforts of your men where they need to be placed.
Well, that's very good to hear. Very good to hear indeed. In fact, we did, I think we're going to slow them a lot at the moment, because I found, or I should say one of my my allies did find a hole in the base of the wall that you could get a horse through, and I believe that's how they've been getting out so easily into the south. I've been able to plug and trap that hole to the point where no one will ever go through it again. But that should slow things. But it was towards the west, and would have been easy access for the wildlings to get to the ships. But we've already fixed it all up. It's all good. That at least will be slowing them, but then again, they are very good with those goddamn grapple hooks. Jesus Christ. I saw one of them do it in just 2. Like, goddamn. And they hit like trucks, trust me. But I also like to hear how you will put a stop to anyone who's connected, which is something else of great concern, I believe. Or at least you will have great concern when we have a very, very private talk with no ears nearby.
If there's anything else you wish to address at this time, do so. If not, we will take our leave and we'll have a discussion. Very well. Sir Brian.
Yep.
We'll go on a boat.
Alright.
Alright, I will need this just to be, you and I, Your Majesty. As I cannot trust any other ears to hear this but yours. And, it would really be better that way.
Well, what you're gonna tell me, I will tell Brian right afterwards. Do not hold any secrets between the two of us.
Alright,
That's the reason.
you can tell him right after, but for this, I just need to have the confidence that I'm speaking just to you directly.
That sounds fishy, but I doubt anything
Yes,
would
he won't
actually
say a
happen.
word. He'll just be there.
Well, I need it just to be you and I. I'll leave all of my implements
That's
on
not
my
gonna
horse.
happen.
That way you know that I'm not gonna... I need it to happen, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for you, it's not gonna happen.
Very well then. Your Majesty? Oh, actually, Sir Brian, what are your... by the way, I just forgot about this. What are your talents, by the way? Or what are you really good
I'm a
with?
knight. Good with my sword.
Alright. Well, part of the troubling news that I have, unfortunately, is the Wildings naming that they were going to see Sir Brian.
They were going to seize him.
No, see him. At least the way they're making it sound is that they're working with him. This is why I want to speak to you in private about this. But, fine, if you can't trust another noble. I already spoke with Prince Charlie about not being able to trust anyone. Anyone who can potentially gain anything off of you. That is my stance with everything. I'll trust you, Your Majesty, because you have nothing to gain by killing me, and I have nothing to gain by killing you. You need me, and I need you. However, everyone underneath us, that goes for every one of my rangers, every one of my initiates, everyone south of that wall, I do not trust. Because they will either use me or their position with my ear, likewise to yours, to gain political gains. So, I would suggest researching this matter. Now, this could be them trying to plant information. Absolutely. But, yeah, that is what the Wildings right now are trying to do.
And which wildlings are these?
By name, I do not know, as my man was on one side of the wall, listening intensely to it as they were discussing, as they were riding by. But, didn't want to necessarily just throw this out in a public forum, hence why I wanted a private meeting. You could totally be clear of this, I'm not
Do
trying
you
to
have
blame you.
descriptions?
Just see Kyra and Naya in the fucking corner.
Well, alright, big chunk of ice and voices on the other side, clearly wildling. I don't know how I can give you a description, mate. The ice wall does reverberate sound quite well, but cannot see through it. It's pretty thick.
Thank you for this information, Lord Commander.
And I'm not trying to place any blame here, but anything that is a potential lead, I always follow up on. This is how we trip them up. This is how I found the hole in the wall. This is how I've been finding where they're getting over. This is how I found the ships. But I say detect every stone. Turn over everything. You never know what's going to be on the other side of it.
Was the voice male or female?
It was male.
The only wildlings
There was at least 3 of them.
Female.
Very well, Lord
Just so
Commander. I do
you know,
appreciate it.
Silverlock, I have no political aspirations. My position is till death, and I am sworn to protect the king and the kingdom. So you can trust me.
Yeah, you've always been a good man. You've always been a good man. I do have probably more trust in you than I actually have in a lot more of my men. But still,
Wait.
even with you, it's just my policy to be very, very skeptical.
I know what this is.
As you wish.
Well, what is this?
Speak up.
When I was over the other side of the wall,
I'll see ya. Damn it.
someone protected me. Her name was Lillian. She was once married to Brian. I overheard them saying that they wanted to come south and make him suffer. She hates him for abandoning their daughter. She told me so herself.
You were
She was
married to a
covered with
wilding?
feathers. She wasn't
And
from
she was
men.
living south. She was living south here in King's Landing before the storm. Then she decided to go home because she found her family up there.
I swear to you, Lord Commander, that I heard this. The only reason I'm standing here is because she protected me from her people. She's the reason I managed to get back to the wall. But I did overhear her say that they wanted to make Brian suffer for abandoning their daughter.
Well, that makes sense why they're going for him then.
Look,
Indeed
Commander,
it does.
if you don't mind me asking, where exactly were these ships found? Because, to be quite honest, I've got no idea of any ships that have been carrying wildlings or transporting them anywhere. So if you can let me know where they are, I'd
2
like to
days
go
ago.
investigate.
Where they are now, I don't know. They're no longer on the west coast, but they were clearly Iron Islands galleons. The only ones that they have. So I don't know who's doing it, or if it's properly sanctioned or not. But I have had the Iron Islands even threaten me. Now I know the Iron Islands, for some reason, still just hate me. But I am here to protect the realm. And if the Iron Islands or anyone from it is sympathetic to wildlings,
Okay, it doesn't work. Never mind.
getting them over the borders and allowing them to aid in their raiding, well, that is something we must stop. Now, the king says he'll handle it personally, so I will let him handle it for a period of time, because I don't want to throw everyone into a war. But if it continues, well, I have to do my duty.
Yeah, sir. I'm just to let you know, we have no plans to attack you or any of your people over there, and would in no way help with any raiding whatsoever. Finnegan just
Then you
killed
need
a
to speak
wildling
with
the other day.
Flanagan or Flanagan or something like that,
Finnegan.
because Finnegan, yeah, he took down several of mine.
Alright, I'll try to talk with him and see what happens. What now? Never mind.
Let's not take any more of the Lord Commander's time. He seems to have some issues to attend to when he goes back north. Thank you for the information,
Oh, yes.
Lord Commander. But I will assure
Always,
you,
Your Majesty.
Sir Brian is the hand of the king. I trust the man with my life, and he has shown that on many occasions. And before the storm, it was me and him that also aided a lot of your men with fighting White Walkers. You can trust him because I do. And these allegations are false, whatever your men overheard. And there's no reason for you to not trust him as I do.
Well, I do hope you're right, Your Majesty. I really do hope you are right. But, you know, if you ever need anything, you also know where the watch is. But, night is falling, and this is when they love to attack. I must make my haste. As, I always say, keep your shrimps on the barbie.
God damn it.
One more thing, Lord Commander. Piece of information you might find useful.
No, this is
I myself used to control Castle Black when I was a wildling. I betrayed my family as of wildlings.
we already know what his story is.
Springfield tribe.
Yeah, this is basically the first politics RP that's happened really
I
this
gave Castle
season.
Black back to the king.
We've been spending like
That is how I've earned
so far
my
because
trust
we're currently in
of
season 3 now,
by protecting
and
assassination attempts.
we've been so busy here just in the castle trying to get things running in King's Landing. Like I've been working on this path, all the decorations around here. I'm currently working on these stable bits for horses, and eventually when we get wolves, we've been trying to get wolves for ages, but it's kind of difficult because there's this weird glitch that happens on servers with ARK, where when they hit 100 people, the dinos just don't, they just
This man
mess up and their levels mess up and things like that. So it's really hard to get good wolves. We do have 2 good wolves that we're ready to breed. We're just waiting to breed them, which the king needs to do.
Night is falling.
Um,
And it is,
so hopefully we get wolves soon and we'll be able to
Absolutely.
actually handle
well,
fighting and
until
stuff
we meet
like that.
again, stay safe.
You as well, Lord Commander.
Safe
If you need
travels.
us for anything,
I mean, things
send
so
word.
far have been quite slow this season. I'm not sure if they're going to pick up or what.
My king.
But there's probably going to be more
Well,
politics happening, I guarantee that.
Some dye deliveries in my mailbox from Leiden.
But it looks like this is all done here, so
Very good.
I had forgotten.